several reasons. One of the more common reasons that I've seen is a tire blowout. It's basically either a tire blowout or the tire basically unravels, basically comes apart, and as a result, the first reaction of somebody is to start, go ahead and hit the brakes, turn the wheels, and that in of itself then causes the vehicle to roll over. I mean, I've had cases where unfortunately people's tires have rolled over. I mean, the vehicles have rolled over, but prior to that, they've indicated something to the effect like, I just heard a pop, and then my vehicle started rolling over. They try to take evasive actions. So that's one way that I've seen rollover accidents happen, and it's very critical in those type of cases to be able to get to a lawyer right away, because the evidence as far as the tire goes and the tire pieces and everything else is very important. We actually had a case which involved a tire rollout out in Las Vegas, Nevada area near the Amsterdam area, and our client's vehicle's tire blew out and pieces and parts of a tire were all over the roadway, and actually the cops showed up and they just throw the pieces of the tire onto the road. And we retained an expert. Unfortunately, these clients came to us late, but as a 1 in a million chance, we said, let's just send somebody out there to see if we can find those pieces. And you wouldn't believe it. 2 years later, we sent somebody down there. Those pieces were still on the road, on the side of the roadway, and we were able to get it for our expert. And our expert was able to piece back the tire together and able to establish that it was a defective tire, and it ended up losing out and causing the accident. So that's why it's important to get a lawyer right away. So I've seen it happen in that way. I've seen it happen where basically broadside accidents, that's a lot of times what happens because of one vehicle is going one direction, another vehicle is going the other direction, and they hit a certain portion of the vehicle and it causes the instability and it rolls over several times. Those are usually most of the common ways that I've seen it. Sometimes it's happened that people are going too fast and they try to take a quick turn, and then that causes a rollaway. The other thing associated with rollover accidents is that, which is a product defect case, and we've had them before, is that some of these vehicles, the roofs crush in, and as a result, people who could have basically from the accident, if it was able to sustain the rollover of the vehicle, they would have sustained maybe severe injuries, but not catastrophic injuries of paraplegic or quadriplegic had the roof not crushed. But in those cases, when the vehicle rolls over and the roof is not properly built, it crushes and causes severe injuries to the occupant, sometimes wrongful death, sometimes, like I said, severe spinal cord injuries such as paraplegia, quadriplegic injuries. And those are usually some of the common ways that rollover accidents happen.